So we've got our sheetrock put up, and then we cut the ceiling panel. And we've got the ceiling panel up in there, and we ended up screwing some boards onto the face of that wood at the top just to help hold that up. And then we threaded the pipe up in there, and then just put the clamp on that to hold the middle part up. Then we actually put some screws up around the perimeter, just some drywall screws. And we kept them close enough to the edge that after we put our wall panel up, and then we're going to add some trim up there at the top, that's going to cover up all those screws. Then we also put construction adhesive. We used a PL 100 construction adhesive and put dabs all over the back of that panel, so that really even after just an hour or so, we'll be able to pull the wood down, those clamps down, and that panel will hold itself up there. So we just put some tape across the panel so that we could mark a line at the length we want. And we're using a 4-inch right angle grinder, and we're going to cut across that line. Go ahead. Alright, now if you want to scribe a panel, we can just do that with a belt sander. So we cut up and left about 1/16 of an inch away from that line, and then you can belt. So we brought the panel up here, we've got it stood in. We used some suction cups like what you'd carry a mirror with to hold onto that panel. And then from the back side, we've got that whole wall covered with the PL 100 construction adhesive. And then down at the bottom on that flange, we ran a bead of silicone. It's hard to see in here, but there's a bead of clear silicone all the way across there. Oh, that's all still wet right now. And then we're going to push the panel back against that adhesive and against that silicone. Alright, so we've got the panels in, and we put some bracing, just some temporary bracing up on the walls. We've got some 2x4s holding up that ceiling panel, and just some spreader 2x4s holding the side panels. Sometimes the walls have a little bow in them or something that after we put all that glue on there, we'll just throw some 2x4s across there and hold them up there for, you know, even after an hour or two, they'll be stuck really well where you could remove that bracing. We drilled the faucet holes just with a regular hole saw. It doesn't have to be anything special. It's just a high-speed steel hole saw bit. We drilled that hole, and again up there for the shower head at the top. That black mark is actually a drywall screw where we ran a screw up next to the hole into some wood, and then there'll be an escutcheon plate around the shower head that covers up that screw. But that's what it looks like so far. Our next step is going to be, we're going to remove this bracing, and then we're going to start cutting our trim to go down in the corners and to go up and around the top. We're going to put a seat into this corner down here, and we're going to put some shelves in that corner back there.